There we go. 4 yards of paver base, 2 yards of limestone. Pretty neat. See how they do it. You can use these divider things in the back. It's kind of neat. Pretty cool. Dumpy Dumpy. It's a Colombian Christmas. Miami party favors have arrived. That's kind of cool how they sectioned it off like that. That's smart, huh? Dope. Now he's gonna make a second pile over there. Here's the limestone, I guess, right? There you have it. It's a lot less than I thought he'd need. Well, there's a few stragglers. Get my money's worth. Alright, cool. This will get it started. Pretty neat. Alright, cool. Alright, well, we should start seeing some progress today. Yesterday we got the conduit ran for the electrical to tie over. Got to get a new box, a junction box. New everything, basically. With some conduit ran up. We're going to put the plug a couple feet higher for accessibility and to keep it out of the splash zone from when the summer rains drop. New GFCI and all that. We got our conduit running. Going to put outlets over there. Went through, turned on the sprinklers, made sure to isolate and identify all the different sprinkler heads. The new drainage approach by Jack is actually a smart one. We got tons. These things aren't cheap either. It's like $300 just for these boxes. But it'll offer a proper drainage. This thing it's filled with dirt. We got to pop the caps and shop vac it out or push it out. Whenever some water gets spilled, your pressure cleaning or the pool gets splashed, it just sits for a while. So these drainage boxes, along with the pop-up he's going to get, we'll reroute all the drainage down. It's going to go out with that big blue pipe and some other piping, some corrugated all the way out to by the front fence to keep the water away from the foundation. And now we got our paver base and our 57 stone. So today, Jackal and the boys will be showing up. They're going to finish off all this. I ended up capping this pipe. He needs a proper cap. That's one of the tie-overs from the sprinkler system. We ran through it yesterday to make sure. Didn't want to remove it in case it was a go-between with a T, you know, because there's still like 3 lines going that feed the front. So we're just going to cap off the individual heads to keep the system integrity intact. if I ever get some flower beds or something, we can always tap back into this somehow and do like an auto trickler kind of like watering thing down the line. And we should see some pretty good progress today. Get all this filled in, tamped down with the tamp super machine there. Start bringing in the paver base and the rock and get it looking good. Tomorrow will be the big delivery of all the pavers. Jack's still trying to find a nice border rock. So we're going to reduce the order for the pavers by 5% and get the more squared off rectangle rocks for a complete border. I did verify we're doing pavers this whole section all the way to the fence on the house line. And then their back is going to be the granite. So I think it's going to look pretty dope when we're all done, man. Got a new American flag on the way. Get that fence put back together and modify it a bit so that it opens outside instead of in. If possible, we'll have power. He asked me, are you ever going to run a TV out here? If so, I'll run a secondary pole line so you'll be able to pull a new line through. It's like, I don't know. Probably not, but, you never know. Make to a big old outdoor TV. Sit here with the fire pit and chairs and barbecue and watch football, drink beer like Americans should. So stoked to see some progress today. Project kept going up in price with all the materials. Expensive. Everything's so expensive, but we kept going back and forth. It's like, you know what? Instead of half-assing it, let's just do it right. It's going to be a nice addition to the property when it's all done. It's going to look really professional and going to be a fun little space and all wide open again. So some more space that's useful. So looking forward to see how this proceeds. And we'll see what happens, Captain. Have a great day, everybody. All right, let's check this out real quick. This showed up. This is from Big J. Heavy for a mag. If he said he added some extra because I had to wait a few weeks. Well, that's pretty heavy for a magazine. So, what did you do? Send me some ammo there, homie? You didn't have to do that. G9 Defense. Wow. Damn. There's the bad boy. HK import. German. That's going to look so dope. We got here. You got 25.56 LR. 2 boxes of this G9 defense ammo. 5.56. Oh, okay. Figured it was 9mm G9. What's this? Oh, nice. This is the big shot. Holy shit. I can use these all day. How many rounds? 17? Yeah, these will rock in just about everything. FTE. I assume this is empty. What is this? Pulsar. Oh, I must have been a spacer. Okay, go. Thanks, brother. What you doing? Got the window there, man? Need to go boy. Damn. Told me hooked it up. You didn't have to, bro. Just the mag would have been fine. You're on vacation with family doing godly stuff. Take a photo and post it in the group. Let them know. Ha! Neat. All right, fast forward to the magic of video editing. Here we are in the evening. Dude, Big Jack, he got a bee in his bonnet about drainage, and he went back to Lowe's and got like 3 or 4 smaller boxes. Then we got like 6 or 8 drain boxes with pop-ups. We talked about drainage about shit, and I'm like, yeah, in the summers when it gets the heavy rain, the whole back of that fence is just like 2-3 inches of water. So I decided to just let him run with it. We didn't touch that pile today. Him and Mark were out there running conduit, and then he took the old pavers we're not going to be putting back down, and he dug the big trench. He went and bought more big pipes, perforated pipes, because he said the logic would want to get all the water to flow out towards the front, away from the foundation. So I said, yeah, whatever you say. I trust you completely. He's an awesome dude, really smart. He's done a lot of these projects. Decided to just let him run with it. So they're working on that most of the day. They went back to Stone Plus. Still looking for border rock. Now the costs are jumping a bit, so it's one of those things. But we're already in so deep, we'll make it perfect. And all the drainage is not a bad idea. It's just he gets a bee in his bonnet. You just gotta let him go. Because I have a vision for this patio, and it's gonna be perfect. I was like, okay, cool. Sounds like a plan. I trust the guy completely. So it's gonna be dope. Tomorrow morning, so we got 2 piles on the driveway. I had to park the truck and my mother's car tandem. I'll have to move those again. And tomorrow we got the pavers showing up, 4.5 pallets of pavers. We've got another yard of the paver base. And we've got, I don't know how many yards of the granite chips for the walkway that leads into it. So we're going to have to move the vehicles. We're going to probably put the 4.5 pallets of pavers in the front yard by the tree and dump the rest of the shit where the guy can. So tomorrow morning ought to be interesting because even though it's a huge driveway, we're running out of space. So hopefully tomorrow we start grabbing shovels and doing shit. Yeah, so, dude, HK is looking pretty fly. Here's the mags in the G45. These were a nice surprise. You can always use more Glock mags. Man, pretty dope. Of course, here's the big boy here. My favorite here. It's almost a flesh color. That's some FDE because, well, yeah, it's really light. HK German import. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Looking badass. Well, tomorrow's another day. Move forward with the project. Big ups to Big Jace for hooking me up. I had to wait a few weeks from when I won that mag in the auction. Because he was on that sabbatical with his family in Latin America. And I didn't realize that when I found out. I shut up. I was like, hey, can you ship my mag? Ship my mag. It's been like a few weeks. Then I realized he was out there. I was like, oh, shit, sorry, bro. But he came correct and hooked me up to make amends. What was this? These are the T-Mags, right? Yeah. I bought a bunch of these. I ended up throwing some out on auctions. I gave a few away. My only gripe, and still, is just they're too slippery. They should have put some sort of lines, or I just found them to be, you got some good traction on the outsides, which is how you're grabbing them, but I just found a little something for traction, so your thumb's not slipping like this. Would have been a smart move. Anyway, tomorrow's another day. I'm tired. Been up since 5 again. Yeah, we'll keep on pushing. Haven't heard an update on the Form 1. Been about 24 hours, so we'll keep on pushing. I did call. I reached out to the guys that did my engraving on my SP5, Echo Customs, up in St. Augustine, this morning. Got a hold of the dude, great dude. I was like, hey, you remember me? You guys did my Relic K SP5? He's like, oh yeah, what's up, man? He's like, well, the new law dropped and there's no fees, so I'm going to be SPRing a few. It's probably a waste of gas to drive up with just one, so I'm probably going to do another, at least 2 or 3. So I just wanted to touch base and get on the books and come up, and I asked him, can we do the Magwell? He said, it depends on how much curve you got. So we'll see with the different guns where we'll put that info. I mean, I wonder what the law is about engraving if you cover it with an HRF type situation. Not sure where. Guess you could do it on the bottom of the rail. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on each one. So that's the plan. I'm gonna get some more submitted. I didn't do any more today, but I'll do a few more probably tomorrow. And once those are submitted, and this project evens out and gets finished, I gotta be here all day. I'm out there with the guys, so then I'll probably choose a day when they're available and just drive down with the lowers and have them all knocked out. So when the approvals come in, we're good to go. About your uncle, man. Yeah, it's a bright ass FTE. HK branding all over the goddamn place. Made in Germany. Yes, sir. All right. All right, that's it, man. I'm pooped. I hope you guys had a good day. See you when I see ya. Blah, blah, blah. Your boy, Jake Branca. Peace.